Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Audrey Pe, and I'm a 16-year-old high school junior who's here to talk to you all today about the community organization that I founded called WiTech Women in Tech. When I was 5 years old, I experienced the most traumatizing event of my life, a beauty pageant. About 8 other girls and I were dressed up with gowns and makeup and paraded around town as we sat beside our male escorts. And at the end, we were made to waltz with our partners in front of a panel of judges who would decide who to crown as the winner. We participants, even as young girls, were made to believe that the value of a girl was based on how she looks. Even at a young age, I had an inkling of how terribly wrong this whole scenario was, from the glitzy outfits to fostering female competition. I didn't know it at that time, but my dislike for that childhood experience planted within me seeds of feminism. As I grew older, I read the Harry Potter series and immediately identified with Hermione Granger, the quick-witted best friend of Harry, who taught me to value my education and girl power. Emma Watson, the actress who played Hermione, taught me my earliest concept of feminism, otherwise known as equal opportunities for both boys and girls. My love of Harry Potter then grew into a love of reading and writing. When I was 10, I started writing book and movie reviews for the Manila Bulletin Fun Page, otherwise known as the Kids section, but later on expanded to articles in the Lifestyle and Campus section. As I plowed through elementary and middle school, I've then fostered an inclination towards programming through a brief encounter with HTML in class. Teaching myself to code through online courses, I found myself entertaining the possibility of working in technology. But when I started talking to adults about my interest in computer science, they would all be surprised and try to steer me towards what they thought fit me better, writing. And so many people had come to believe that I'd pursue something within the field of humanities. In response to my interest in tech, one teacher even went as far to tell me that I should stick to what I'm good at, writing. Despite the lack of support I received, I continued teaching myself to code, but later fell into a slump. I found myself questioning why I enjoyed coding so much and felt as if I could never imagine what it would be like to work in tech. I later figured out that a lot of my fears stemmed from the lack of a female tech role model. In the past, whenever I was faced with an academic challenge, I'd look up to Hermione Granger. Or when it came to tennis, I'd try to emulate Serena Williams. But when I tried thinking of a woman to look up to in tech, I would always come up blank. So I did what any teenager would do when faced with a seemingly insurmountable problem. I Googled it. And what I found was a stark reality that confirmed my suspicions about the lack of women in the tech industry. According to Ithaca, an IT governance association, 1 in 4 tech workers are women. And more than half of global executives say that they face a shortage of capable tech workers. So there isn't a lack of demand for women in tech, but a lack of the amount the society has available. When Ithaca investigated why women may be discouraged from working in tech, over 400 women in tech interviewees from around the globe said that they believe their underrepresentation is mainly due to 3 reasons: the lack of female mentors, role models, and networking opportunities. Ithaca's survey showed that 98% of women in tech experience gender bias at least once throughout their careers, while Pay Scale reported that women in tech are paid 18 to 22% less than their male counterparts. In a science high school in the Philippines, there are approximately 8 boys to every girl in a year level, while only 9 girls from grades 11 to 12 are enrolled in computer science classes. This is an inequality that young women like me face today. So this data got me thinking, what can be done to help close the gender gap in tech by encouraging more girls to become women in tech? So, during the summer before my sophomore year of high school, I founded WiTech, a student-led organization that promotes women in technology. Having started as a blog, WiTech publishes interviews with women in tech from across the globe and asks them how they jump-started their tech journeys, the struggles that they faced, and how they kept themselves motivated. Interviewees ranged from an education tech employee to a model and user experience designer, while interviews shared stories of falling behind in programming classes and experiencing sexual harassment. What WiTech does is amplifies the voices of women in tech and starts conversations about what it means to be someone working in the tech industry. With over 1,050 plus subscribers and viewers from 48 different countries, the WiTech community is growing and breaking glass ceilings. Online messages rallying for WiTech's mission and supporting the women interviewees have heartened and encouraged me to keep on building the organization. WiTech has allowed a 16-year-old like me to combine my love of writing and technology, and gets me to wake up every morning looking forward to what the future holds. Our core team is composed of young high school and college-age girls from schools across Metro Manila, and we're all working together in planning a Women in Tech conference slated for March 2018. What this conference aims to do is provide for mentorship, role models, and networking opportunities for students with women in tech in the country. This aligns with WiTech's goal of having a greater equality in the tech workplace. In order to fill the aforementioned demand of tech workers, we must be able to provide learning opportunities for 50% of the world and of ASEAN's population. Women. By empowering that 50%, we are not just helping future generations of women, but also advancing global development. WiTech is not only a platform for amplifying the voices of previously unheard women in tech, but also inspiring men and women everywhere to rethink their definition of what a person in tech may look like. And hopefully, to young girls who read WiTech's articles, they won't aspire to only be pageant princesses, but instead women who make a difference in the world. Thank you.